Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Welcome to it. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Also, at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Coming up, a topic I know we all love, genital mutilation, will be on the show. I know you're going to be excited about
the genital
that.
mutilation hour?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
He didn't say it was going to be for an hour.
yeah, I don't know about an hour, but yeah, we'll have that segment.
Commit yourself
for
to
sure,
a topic, sir.
Right. What a world. What a world where that's what you're discussing in Congress, right? That's amazing. Also, President Biden ordered an attack on Syria last night, carried out an airstrike in Syria against a structure belonging to what the U.S. said were Iran-backed militia, according to two officials. An apparent response to rocket attacks against U.S. targets in Iraq. While the strike could be the first retaliatory moves by the United States following last week's attacks, the move appeared to be limited in scope, potentially lowering the risk of escalation.
Does he know that he ordered these attacks?
That's a good
And
question.
it's past his bedtime, right? Which is 4 p.m. Eastern.
I also saw that the article noted this was the first military strike of his presidency. Wow, a full 36 days into it? Wow, that is some serious
Right.
restraint.
I know.
36 days it took to attack another country.
What do you think brought on the hesitation?
That's,
Well,
he hates war. All Democrats
okay.
do.
That's-
right.
that's
He's
why.
much more measured than the previous president.
That's why.
Am I right?
Yes, you were right.
Yeah, I mean, we had a Pat had find a tweet of Joe Biden, where he was going after Donald Trump. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, of course.
Because yes, Pat had Antonio is it Breton or Breton, who reminded us of this tweet from Joe Biden. Trump's erratic, impulsive actions are the last thing we need as commander-in-chief. No president should order a military strike without fully understanding the consequences. We don't need another war in the Middle East, but Trump's actions toward Iran only make that more likely. That was after what? The Suleiman thing?
And look at that. That was in 2019, June. I mean, he had just taken office in 2019,
Well, yes.
right?
A mere 2 years before that, yes.
Oh, okay.
2.5 years almost before that. So the hypocrisy
as your
Doesn't matter.
audience
Doesn't
pointed
matter.
out,
It doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
your audience wisely reminded us that when it came to the Middle East, Donald Trump brought multiple peace accords.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is shooting off missiles. So anyway, build back better, Syria. Good luck.
Jeez. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it was an attack because of Iran. It wasn't on Syria. I mean, so what that it was in their country?
Well, yeah, but that's just because we think that it was an Iran-backed
Yeah.
militia that was there in that building.
And how many people died? What? A couple dozen?
Do we know?
Stop.
Do we even know?
Yeah, I think they said
17?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, 17 died?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. So we had people on the ground?
Hardly no
Apparently.
one. Yeah, hardly anyone.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
whatever. I mean,
it. Syria's got more than 17 people.
Measure.
so we'll be back. We'll be back for the rest of you. Just know that, okay? We're coming back for the rest of you.
He's got almost, not a complete 4 years, but almost 4 years left.
Well, I mean, we're clear deep into his presidency. Like I said, I mean, we've been waiting for an attack. Come on. How many days do we have to wait? Well, it turned out to be 36.
Finally, the first attack of his
Finally.
presidency.
Yeah. And that's because Democrats are so restrained, and you got to appreciate that, right? They hate war. They hate it.
This is exactly why they want to take the nuke button away from him.
Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting. Is there a number that we can
Is there a number,
So-
Ivan? Is there a number people can call?
Yeah, it's right there on the wall.
You know what this did? This distracted from the fact that the Democrats pulled the $15 an hour minimum wage from the relief bill last night. Next thing you know, we're sending off missiles in the Middle East. Now, neither of those actions made the base for the left happy. Joe Biden's base was lighting up social media last night. Oh boy, on both fronts.
They're pissed. They should be.
Yeah.
They should be. Because he's didn't he promise the $15 minimum wage thing? Didn't he promise it?
Oh, when he promises, you can take that to the
Oh,
bank.
you take it right to the bank.
Thank you.
You can take those $15 an hour right directly to the bank.
It's like the $2,000 stimulus. You can take that right to
Well,
the bank.
yes.
It's already in your bank account, right?
Talk about priorities,
no, but
man.
it will be. It will be
okay,
really soon.
Okay.
After we add it to the stuff that's already come into your bank account.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to add it to that, and we'll see. We'll see where we wind up. But yeah, the nuclear code thing is amazing to me.
Sure is.
What are they? They're saying, really? Okay, yeah, he's incompetent, and we know he can't do this alone, and so we're going to have other people that share this
I
responsibility.
mean, can the president really do it alone anyway? Really?
Well, let's see.
Really?
We've had 45 others who kind of have, yeah.
But I know, but I'm
So
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if Joe Biden says,
Of course, not all 45 had nuclear codes.
right? But I'm just saying, really?
Yeah, because we couldn't trust it with Thomas Jefferson.
That's slave owner.
Yeah, we
no
couldn't.
way.
No, right.
But I mean, if you're Joe Biden and you say, all right, I'm going to push the button.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, isn't there a couple of stop gaps in there somewhere?
Yeah, I hope
before
so.
they open up the box and he pushes the button.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
But that's what they definitely want because they know he's incompetent.
But now they're making sure of it, right? I mean, they're making sure that it isn't just somebody will say something.
And out of all the things you heard about Donald Trump, I don't remember them saying, hey, somebody needs to share the nuclear code responsibility with Donald Trump. I don't remember that. Maybe they did.
I think
maybe they did.
I feel like Pelosi said something at one point about not making sure that he didn't have
access to the nuclear codes. It seems like at the end,
Yeah.
when they thought he was
Yeah.
going to hold power.
Right.
Because he was going to attack American troops that were trying to come remove him from office or whatever. I don't know what
the troops that were brought in from them to
those troops
to the
yeah.
Washington D.C.
Right.
Yeah, but there are
Capitol.
several steps on the nuke thing. I read an article a few weeks ago because they were talking about how close the Capitol rioters got to the football.
Right, the football.
The guy was carrying the football, and they were right
Yes.
behind him. And so then there was this. So there are several stop gaps.
You mean
but,
during the armed insurrection?
correct?
Okay.
The coup, the outright bloody coup.
Okay.
The military, almost a military coup.
Sure.
But not quite.
Right. So if you go to the joebiden.com website, which you could also redirect there from antifa.com if you would prefer, it's listed, the $15 per hour is listed as a campaign promise.
Yeah.
Direct from
Thought
Joe
so.
Biden.
Yeah, thought so. I mean, it's ludicrous that they were trying to put it in this COVID bill. And he asked the question, well, what do you want me to take?
What
do you want me to
have
take
me
out of
cut?
it?
I know.
I don't know, but most of it? Most of it.
That was fun.
Are you kidding? Is that a real question? That can't be a real question. What would you have me cut? I don't know. Let's start with the $15 an hour. Okay. Minimum
let's
wage.
start with that.
Let's do that. And then we can go down the line.
Yeah, there's quite a list.
And all the pork that was in that thing.
Yeah.
And still is, actually.
Oh, my
Because
gosh,
the rest of the pork, the only thing they took out, as far as I know, is the $15 an hour minimum wage deal.
and everybody's okay with it.
And
They're taking out the $15 minimum. Okay, good. Let the rest of it go.
Well, because you can't do it that way. And the parliamentarian said so yesterday. So that's why they took it out. Because he said you can't put it in there. You think they would have done that on their own? No. The Democrats? No. They would not have taken that out on their own. They were told to take it. It can't be in there. So there you have it.
I'm surprised that it matters.
I know. I was kind of surprised, too. I thought, wow, you're going with the parliamentarian? Really?
Now that's called a scapegoat.
Yeah.
I think is what we're doing there.
Yeah.
And no. No, the Elizabeth Warren tweet last night. We need to get rid of this, like, what did she say? I don't want to put words in her mouth, but whatever. Something like, we got to get rid of this, Mitch McConnell is holding hostage this blah, blah, blah through Senate rules or something like that. I don't know. You guys are in power. Change the rules. You don't need the 60 threshold. You can end the filibuster. You can do whatever you want right now. You've got the power. So stop using Turtle Boy as your excuse. He's not the scapegoat here. And so they went to the parliamentarian. But it's just them because they know it's not feasible and it won't fly with the American voters.
And to continue to answer Biden's question, what would you have me take out? How about the animal studies? $300 million for animal studies of taxpayer dollars.
So you hate animals.
Take that out. Yeah, I hate animals.
Obviously, you don't like animal videos.
I don't like them enough to pay $300 million to study them. I'll tell you that.
Only $300 million.
Only $300
million. Bargain, man.
That does seem
Take
like
that
a
out.
bargain.
Really Socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers portion. Yeah. Take that out.
So you're a racist.
Take that out. $1 billion. Gone. You just take that out. How about the fine arts and museums allocation of $135 million?
What are you going to do? Just close them down?
You don't
I'm
like
going to
culture?
take out. No, I don't care.
My goodness, Jeffy.
I let private individuals pay for our cultural events, like the National Endowment for the Arts.
Okay, there, Ayn Rand.
Okay? The National Endowment for the Humanities gets another $135 million, and the bill also allocates $200 million to the Institute of Museum and Library Services. No. How about this? $10 million for Native American language preservation and maintenance.
I like that.
No.
Wait.
How about family planning, which could include abortion? Another $50 million for that? No. Take that out. The health surveillance portion for $500 million. Take that out.
Wait, health surveillance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To support public health data surveillance and analytics infrastructure modernization initiatives.
That's good.
At the CDC.
So the HIPAA laws are gone.
Right.
Nice day.
And then we're going to subsidize the airlines even more significantly to the tune of $15 billion.
And I will eat.
What did they get the last time?
I will eat one peanut at a time.
Last time did they get more than that? The last bailout
I think it was $30 billion.
Yeah, 30,
last time.
right? They doubled that.
Yeah.
So they're going down.
Yeah, they're going down. But he asked. And so there's a couple of things I would take out.
And that's not, there's
so
a
million more, but those are just a few highlights.
Yeah, that was a all-encompassing speech yesterday, talking about the COVID relief bill, talking about vaccines, and, of course, the reminder of how we stop the spread of the virus.
Because it's important. We don't know. We don't understand this stuff. But he's reminding us.
So I want to make something really very clear.
Okay,
this is not a time to relax.
No, it's not. You're right.
We must keep washing our hands, stay socially distanced.
Can you believe that?
Come on now.
We must keep washing our hands. What are we, 4? Are we all 4 years old?
Well,
come on.
Okay, in fairness, we did try that messaging a year ago with China, and it didn't work.
We must keep washing our hands. Thank you, genius. Thank you. Without your suggestion there, I'd never wash my hands again.
It's leadership, Pat.
I'd pee all over them in the bathroom, and I just walk out the door.
Yeah.
I might shake it off a little bit, so people don't know it's all wet. But that's it. I'm not going to wash my hands. Why would I do that?
Oh, boy.
If you keep them wet, though, then people think you washed them.
Well, that's true.
Now, hang on.
That's true.
Is that why the handle on the bathroom door here?
That's why it's wet. Yeah.
Because he just got done washing his hands.
I don't.
But not really.
But help. That's gross.
So ridiculous.
And for God's sake, wear a mask.
Right, because you've got a 0.05% chance that it's going to help you. That's about it.
We're never getting beyond wear a mask.
No, we're not.
We're never. I don't know.
We're not.
You can argue and be mad about it, but you're never getting.
Doctors
by
can tell
wearing a mask
you
now.
till they're blue in the face. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. I mean, I've got doctors.
And those same doctors, you'll go to their office and they'll make you wear a mask.
Because of all of the crap we've heard on the other side of this issue, I've asked. I have a good friend who's a brain surgeon. I've asked him multiple times. Am I missing something? Nope.
No.
They really don't help.
No.
They really don't do much.
Not really.
I
told you
they do
that.
almost nothing.
I was in the doctor's office and I was all ready to. I was actually ready to go. Stop it. I'm not sick. And my doc is like, Jeff,
just wear the mask.
Put it on.
Yeah. Because they know it doesn't do anything, but we just don't want to fight about it. Right?
Just put it on.
Everybody's just kind of, all right, if I have to, I will.
Just put it on.
Yep. Except for Keith. Keith's not there. But
well, he's an anarchist.
Yeah, he is. He's
Who?
an anarchist. Keith the anarchist.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, you like that?
That might be my new Twitter handle. Because I'm getting there.
You're welcome.
I'm getting dangerously close. Yes.
But again, don't forget this list.
So I want to make something really very clear. This is not a time to relax.
No, we should be tense.
We must keep washing our hands.
Wow, really?
Stay socially distanced.
Huh.
And for God's sake.
Yeah.
For God's sake. Wear a mask.
I love the double up.
Some of our progress in
it's
this fight is because so many Americans
dramatic.
are stepping up and doing those things.
As if the mask is the biggest and best thing you can possibly do to avoid getting COVID-19. And for God's sake, wear a mask. Like, really? That's the ultimate? The mask is the ultimate in protection?
Do you remember Al Gore screaming about George W. Bush?
He betrayed
on your fears.
He betrayed our country.
Yeah.
He played on our fears. Yes. I do. Yes, I remember
that is literally the COVID playbook for the left.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let's talk about playing on fears. At least Bush had a reference point of bloodthirsty terrorists knocking down 110-story buildings in New York.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He betrayed this country.
He played on our fears.
He took America.
Yeah.
He took America.
Okay.
America.
On an ill-conceived foreign adventure, dangerous to our troops, an adventure that was preordained and planned before 9/11 ever took place.
Wow.
You could replace that. You could replace that, make it domestic, and before COVID-19 was ever released. And that's what the Democrats are doing. But yeah, that right there is that's
some of that stuff when
dangerous
you
talk.
actually listen to what they were saying.
It's crazy.
Instead of just making fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he said.
And if we're
it
the
was
ones
planned.
saying that now,
oh
man.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
And especially in that passionate a tone, that frantic, that extreme.
That was foaming at the mouth, Al Gore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
That was before he sold the joint, though.
Yeah, now he's chilling out at the pool.
Yeah, he doesn't care now.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I know he played on our fears.
I got my Al Jazeera money, and
hold on.
I'm not quite as pissed anymore.
Hold on a second. I'm brainstorming here, free flow here. So we need there needs to be, it could probably be boring, but it'd be funny, an Al Gore reality show. What does he do in a day? Like, he gets up, does he get in his little green energy car? What does that guy do? That's a bit. We need you to dress up as Al Gore with the awesome impersonation. Seriously, that's what he's doing. He's sitting in Nashville.
Well, it gets the second chakra taken care of, first of all.
They'll take care of a little business.
He got so much money from that Al Jazeera deal. He can get his third and fourth taken care of,
definitely.
too.
All right, let me tell you about Omega XL. If you're in pain, this is a way you can get out of it. If you've tried many, many things like, some of the NSAIDs, the non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, maybe the topical rubs. Topical rubs have never helped me one iota with any kind of pain, and certainly not inflammation pain. They've never done it. In fact, I tried them on my elbow because I thought, I'll try anything right now. And that's when I finally tried Omega XL. And after about a week, the pain started to be relieved. After 2 weeks, it was just gone. This is backed by 35 years of clinical research. It attacks inflammation, it has an off switch, and it just shuts it down. And thus the pain goes away. The stiffness, the pain, the aches. This could change your life. To get you started, when you order one bottle of Omega XL, you'll get a second bottle free. Visit OmegaXL.com/Pat. That's OmegaXL.com/Pat. Or you can call 800-844-4888.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
He played on our fears and stuff.
And stuff?
Yeah. That was edited
He
out.
played on our fears and stuff.
Wow, that's
Yeah, that's what he actually said, but they edited part of that out because they thought, well, the and stuff part sounds really stupid, so they took it out.
Yeah, the rest of it didn't.
No, the rest of it was really powerful.
And stuff.
I mean, tell me you wouldn't listen to this,
He betrayed this country.
right?
Listen to the crowd.
He played on our fears.
And stuff.
He took America. He took America
That was the actual version right
on
there.
an ill-conceived foreign adventure, dangerous to our troops, an adventure that was preordained and planned before 9/11 ever took place.
And stop.
Actual audio.
Actual audio of the
that's
the replaced and stuff parts.
Al Gore uncut.
Right back in it, yeah.
Unedited.
Right. So great. All right. 888-900-3393. Hey, has the whole Texas board, the ERCOT people, all of them are gone now, right? First,
I don't know.
It was
I don't know if
4
they're
the
all
first
gone.
day, and then 5 more?
No, I think it ended up just being 5.
Oh, it was 5 total.
Yeah.
I thought I read that 5 more. Maybe not.
I don't know. Don't look at me. I can't count.
It was amazing to me. I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt with the people that didn't live here because they were all part of the, the power structure of America. They worked, they knew what they were talking about. Their resumes were pretty big. But there was some information that broke yesterday that was amazing.
Yeah, where they've started shutting down the power in the Permian Basin.
Right.
Where we get, I
So
don't know,
the
almost all of our natural gas.
Yeah. So instead of starting there, and maybe it might go somewhere else.
Yeah, start it somewhere else.
So it appears as though someone who lived in the state would know that.
You would think, yeah.
Right?
Right. You would think.
So maybe the people that...
What about if you're in Germany, though?
Yeah, the one guy lives in Germany. But he teaches in Maryland. He teaches at the University of Maryland.
So much closer.
That whole thing is just bizarre to me.
It sure is.
Just bizarre. And the part that no one ever talks about in the national media is the part where we could have handled this situation, as extreme as it was, even without the wind and the solar and the nuclear. We still could have met the demand if we could have gotten permission
We were allowed to, yeah.
from the federal government to go ahead and go to maximum power output. We're not at maximum power output. We have more resources and use more energy, both, than any other state in the union, including California. And so when we need it, we can crank it up.
Right.
But the federal government has these guidelines about pollution standards.
And even if they worked, even if the solar and wind had worked,
Still would have needed
enough.
them. Right.
Yeah, it wasn't
Still would have
enough.
needed it. And we had the capacity to go to 110% of what we need.
Ask forgiveness, not permission.
That's right. They should have just done it.
I agree with that.
But they didn't. And so the federal government said no. But what you can do is buy it from the Eastern grid at 6,000% the price that you normally pay. Thank you. No, I don't think we'll do that. So it was mostly caused by the federal government.
And so then they decided that, okay, well, we'll have some of the rolling brownouts or blackouts, and which is fine and would have worked fine.
It's actually not fine, but okay.
You weren't happy with every other hour?
I was not happy with every
really?
other hour.
Because I was.
Believe me, I was not happy
At the time, I was.
I kept screaming, "This is Texas!"
I know. My father-in-law's walking around the house going, this is
Yeah.
using words that I can't use here. This is Texas. I can't believe this is happening. Don't we live in Texas?
Yeah.
Don't we live in Texas?
Right.
Well, I think we've effectively been Californian.
Oh, yes. We definitely have.
It was worse in California what happened last week.
Yep.
But it's the same. But it was just incredible that so starting in the Permian Basin actually increased and lengthened the time that we lost power in other places, because when they had to start some of the power engines back up, those had frozen.
Yeah.
And so they couldn't even get that back up and running once it shut down. It was just amazing.
I mean, it was
what a debacle.
One buffoon move after another. And it shut down the nuclear, too. Something froze on the nuclear plant.
Yeah.
A button.
Yeah, because it
literally a button
the sensor
froze.
wasn't getting relayed, and so the reactor was like, "Oh crap, we better shut down." And the people at the plant were like, "No, it's okay, please." And it's like when a computer tries to outsmart you. I don't know if you want to do this right now.
That happened a couple of times with the computer outsmarting, because originally that's what ERCOT had an issue with, because the computer said they had more power than they needed. And then it was either read wrong or the computer misread the information that it had, because then in about an hour later they were like, that's not right. We don't have more power than we need, and they'd already acted.
Mm-hmm.
I was just
I guess I was Pat. I don't know if you want to do this right now,
buffoons.
but at some point, if you wanted to do that Seth Meyers stuff, remember that where he was ripping Texas?
Oh,
it's
my!
a 3-part thing. It's agonizing and it's long.
It is agonizing. He's such a buffoon.
He sucks.
Oh my!
Late night TV sucks.
Yeah, listen to this.
Oh.
Here's a little
Texans should be willing to go days without electricity, a sacrifice they should make, he says, to keep federal regulators out of the state power grid.
I don't live in Texas, but something tells me you don't speak for everyone there, Rick Perry. I mean, he's like the guy at the frat party who thinks everyone's got his back when he stands up to the cops. We'd all rather go to jail than shut down this party, coppers. Right, guys? Guys, why are the lights on? Why are you turning? Kyle? Are you draining the Jell-O pool? I spent all day making that Jell-O, Kyle. In their quiet moments,
So
they're honest
not
about
funny.
it. They'd
So
rather
not
keep
funny.
oil and gas deregulated in order to serve the interests of their powerful corporate patrons in the private sector at the expense of actual Texans who desperately need and deserve help. But like clockwork, the Fox News disinformation machine went to work and blamed the power outage in Texas on a thing that does not currently exist in any form in Texas or at the national level, the Green New Deal.
Many are now blaming, believe it or not, renewable green energy. Wind turbines
Doesn't
in the
exist.
Lone
That's not the
State,
Green New Deal.
Lone Star
Right.
State are freezing.
Pause it for a
This shows
second.
how the Green New-
Oh my! This shows you what a buffoon he is.
Yeah.
He thinks green energy is the Green New Deal.
Yeah, and how about a laugh a second there on
Oh, yeah.
late night
Wasn't it?
TV?
this guy has a show.
Yeah, right. On national
Has a show.
television.
And it's so funny.
This is actually, I think this
Terrible.
is the first time I've ever seen it.
Oh, really?
I don't think
You've
I've
never
ever-
seen clips of
I
him.
don't think
I've
I-
never
I-
watched the show because
I
it's
don't think
unwatchable.
I've
It is
ever
unwatchable.
watched the show.
It is
And
unwatchable.
This makes me realize that it was a pretty good choice.
Yeah, very good choice. The clips are tough enough to get through, let alone the whole show. But the guy is unfunny. He doesn't have a funny bone in his body. B, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Right.
You've got people talking about green energy, the wind and the solar that were frozen up and we couldn't use. Not the Green New Deal.
Exactly.
Not the Green New Deal.
All right, let's see the rest of this. Jeez.
Unbeknownst to most people, the Green New Deal came to Texas.
Oh,
the
he is
power
talking
grid
about
in the
this.
state became totally reliant
Wait,
on
pause
wind.
it
He
for a
was
second.
saying
Don't you
that
like
kind
a
of
ma-
as an aside, like,
Right,
oh, well,
as an aside.
The day the Green New Deal came to Texas.
Let's get that in context. Maybe you start over and start over with the clips from Fox if you can. Can you do that, Rob?
freezing.
This shows how the Green New Deal would be a deadly deal for the United States of America.
Would be.
Joe Biden and Democrats better think twice about unleashing the Green New Deal on the whole country.
Future, in the
This is all
future.
more proof that
Right,
green
because
energy,
green energy
just
doesn't
is
work.
not ready for prime time.
Right.
These wind farms that are frozen, they're an eyesore. They're not efficient.
Fact.
The bottom line is you had windmills that froze. We had
Okay.
windmills
Fact.
because of
Yeah,
Oh, that's
concepts
true.
and
Yes.
policies
Okay,
that come
pause it. I
from
got
the
it.
Green New Deal.
All of that is true.
And none of those we're talking about. This is
No.
They're using it in contest. Don't do it.
Yeah.
What they're saying is it'll be a lot worse
Yes.
if you do the Green New Deal because then we'll be totally dependent on green energy. Because they're trying to get rid of all natural gas and
Yeah.
oil usage.
But the so funny Seth Meyers is
funny.
going to die on this green energy hill, and he's going to defend the Green New Deal to the death on his late night show that's supposed to be funny. Johnny Carson was a liberal, but you never knew that because the jokes went everywhere. This guy is using his supposedly funny comedy show to be a political pundit, and it's so gross. Ugh.
It's terrible. He's terrible. Of course, so is Kimmel. I mean, Kimmel's almost as bad. He's slightly funnier, maybe.
He's creative. He's talented.
You know who's probably the most hilarious late night show? Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert.
He's actually number one.
Think about all these names.
And if you
Trevor
can believe
Noah.
it.
I mean, they all
Not
suck.
Terrible.
Funny.
They're all terrible.
Now that Trump is gone too, they're
Yeah, they're hurting now.
God bless.
Right. All right. 888-900-3390. They lost 98% of their material when
Yeah.
Trump left office. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. He betrayed this country. He played on our fears and stuff.
Actual unedited audio.
Oh, finally.
Finally, after, I don't know, how long is it? 10, 15 years.
Yeah, and it took a Freedom of Information Act request.
That's right. That's right. But we finally have it for you. There's the full audio of the He Played on Our Fears audio. So, well, that would have been 2004, right? During the Bush-Kerry campaign.
Yeah.
17 years ago now. Can you believe it? Jeez, wow.
No, I cannot.
That's some of the oldest audio we play, actually. Got some tweets here.
I wonder what it is.
Yeah. What's older than that? That's even older than Miss South Carolina. The map thing. That was 2007.
I'm trying to think here. No. You play Harry Reid stuff talking about the IRS.
Oh, yeah, from 1993. But I mean in regular rotation where it comes up a lot.
That doesn't come up that much. Nice try.
I mean, the only reason it came up is because we had the FOIA for the unedited audio.
All right, we got some tweets here. Tricia Sanders tweets, haven't even had my oatmeal yet and already heard the words genital mutation. Mutilation, not mutation.
Wow.
It's mutilation.
Well, mutations have been happening with genitals.
They have.
Yeah.
They have.
Could be a fan of that.
Frivolous Friday just took a turn. Yes, it did, and we've got some amazing stuff coming up on that. Generic white male. Ooh, this is a bad person then, if it's just some generic white male.
What's this guy doing?
Does the new COVID relief bill provide funding for a road from Pat's house to Keith's house?
Finally.
No, it does not.
What do you mean, no, it does not?
That's the one frivolous
Everything
bit.
else is in there.
Couldn't get it in.
What do you mean?
We tried. We tried
91% is non-COVID related in that bill. They couldn't build a road.
How many pages is that thing? 300 and some pages?
I don't know, but
Is that all? That's not bad. Yeah, I mean, they're usually thousands.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah,
but I mean, we can certainly find out. But there's no room.
No room
There's
in
no
it.
room for roads. No.
Nope.
COVID-19.
They completely
Can't
ran
do
out of
it.
paper. They didn't have any more in the machine. They couldn't even print it out.
More than 5,000 pages.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
1,000 pages.
I don't even know what I was thinking with the 300. That's why there's no room for the road.
Right. Right. Completely out of room. And money. Eliza Kelly tweets, I got lucky yesterday. Took my daughter for a dentist appointment, not wearing masks. No mask policy there. Never told to put one on. And there were other people not wearing, too. Wow. I haven't seen that.
Not at a medical facility.
Nope.
Not at all.
I mean, my dentist's office, you can't even pull in the parking lot. They shoot you dead.
Oh, they do?
They do. You
If
pull in
you
the
don't
parking
have
lot
a
without a
mask
mask? Yes. The dentist's office has supplied a sniper on the roof. They shoot you dead.
Wow. That
Yeah.
seems extreme to me.
Well,
That seems extreme.
They expect masks to be worn.
Wait, in the car?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
In
You
the
pull-
parking lot?
You pull in the parking lot, you don't have a mask?
Boom.
Done.
So you just hear because the guy's head fell against the steering, the
multiple
horn.
cars in the parking lot.
Slumped over.
It's not funny. It's
Yeah,
really
no,
not
it's
funny.
not funny
People
at
getting
all.
shot dead over
well,
masks.
put a mask on.
But yeah, that's right. Good point. Put a mask on.
But I do love these medical facilities you go to, and they get the huge sign with big letters. Stop!
Right.
Call us, and then we'll tell you when you can come in the back door with a mask on.
I just made an appointment with my pain guy for my back the other day. And just the pre-appointment, I've been to this doctor a million times since we got here in 2012. And they know me. And I went through this
Doesn't matter.
Process of COVID stuff. Like, do you have a cough? Do you have an ache? Do you have a pain? Have you ever had a headache? Do you feel nauseous right now? Have you been to New Guinea? No!
Oh, wow.
I haven't! I mean, on and on and on. It was about 5 minutes of questioning on that.
Well, the questions about Guinea and the DRC, there's Ebola breakouts going there. So that's not COVID. That's Ebola, my friend.
For New Guinea? Are you sure?
No,
it's
for Guinea.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
not
New
New
Guinea.
Guinea. Talking
about New
He was
Guinea.
asking me about New
Get
Guinea.
your facts straight
Yeah.
if you're going to come in here.
I was going to Papua New Guinea, and I was
Papua.
I was just in Papua New Guinea.
So you weren't
Does
in
that count?
You weren't in the DRC?
No, I wasn't in the
Okay.
DRC.
No, I went to a doctor's office once, and they had a tablet on this like elaborate tripod. I don't know. Can you get a wide shot here of the room, Rob? I don't know. So we got the cameras on the tripod. My doctor, this guy had a tablet on there, and then you're sitting there, and then he pops up like a sci-fi flick, and he's talking to you and doing the consult there. Then he shows up in the room 10 minutes later, You're like, why the hell did you just come in here 10 minutes ago? I mean, are you that terrified, man?
Yeah.
It was
Must be.
so weird.
Must be.
That was about...
I think some people are. I think some people are that terrified of it.
So weird.
And,
I don't want it.
If they I don't either. I don't
We'll
either.
go out
but
on
I'm
a
not
limb,
that
but I don't
terrified of
want it.
And I do wonder what would happen if I got it because I've got some other, existing conditions. And so you wonder, well, would I be one of the people that gets it really bad?
Oh, it's fun.
And it's a little scary. And Keith, I mean, what pre-existing condition does he have that made it so bad?
I mean, I want to be clear. I know I have some pre-existing conditions.
Yes.
And I don't want it.
You have every pre-existing condition. Every
You
single
are a
pre-existing condition.
So I'm going to make it through, right? I mean, the COVID thing.
Yeah. Well, it might. The rest of them just might cancel it out. I don't know. All those diseases that are roaming your body may cancel out the COVID completely.
There are wars happening inside of you every day that we never hear about.
Yeah, that's true.
But Keith, at 44, right, and healthy, what happened there? That's really weird.
That is.
It's really weird.
And so many people, just get like a head cold. Oh,
Right.
I had a runny nose for 3
If
days.
that. I mean, Stu didn't even have that.
The biggest thing is losing taste and smell,
I would hate that.
which I had a little taste issue for maybe 3 or 4 days,
And it came right
but
back.
that was it. And the sense of smell never left me.
I have had that with a bad cold, though. Have you?
Yes.
I've had that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that doesn't necessarily mean you got COVID. But that's one of the questions they ask, boy, because I think in a lot of cases, it might even be more common than the fever.
Oh,
Then lose taste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
this reminds me. Jules just had a biopsy this week. Pet head. The biopsy was perfect. It went better than it did last time.
Really?
And she has COVID antibodies. So she had COVID as well. So she's doing great.
And she didn't
Good to
know it?
hear. I don't know if she knew it or not.
Do not pull into my dentist's office parking
Right?
lot without a mask. Things are looking up for her right now.
That is great.
Yeah.
Good news. She needs some good news.
Yeah,
Wow.
no doubt.
Excellent. All right. 888-900-3393. By the way, we were talking about some of the pork in the COVID bill. One of them is the socially disadvantaged farmers.
Yeah, you mentioned
We talked about that yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yesterday, we went through the definitions. Basically, it's every minority.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Every minority. If you're a white farmer, this does not apply to you. You get none of the
good.
of the money.
Good.
And here's the good thing: this bill, this $1.9 trillion bill, will finally bring our debt in the United States of America to an even $30 trillion. Congratulations!
Nice.
Congratulations!
Nice. That's fantastic.
So again, from George Washington to Ronald Reagan, we accrued $1 trillion in debt. From Ronald Reagan to Joe Biden, we've accrued another additional $29 trillion in that amount of time.
And
in 41 years. Is that amazing?
So you don't want to save the country?
So I don't want to, no. I'm not sure the socially disadvantaged farm section of the bill is going to save America. Maybe.
The rumble of reparations, that drum beat is going to get louder and louder, and you can.
And this is part of that.
You can just point to this and just say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Have you seen the COVID-19 relief bill? Oh, I'm sorry. Have you seen fill in the blank any social program? We've been doing reparations for decades in this country. Stop it."
If you say that though to one of the activists, they will beat you blind. They do not like that line of thinking, but it's true. I mean, it is true. As far as I'm concerned. 888-900-3393. So, I mean, that racism is perfectly fine, too.
yes.
The discrimination against the white people, they've just replaced the discrimination against blacks and Hispanics with discrimination against whites.
Oh, yes.
And they don't care. It's perfectly fine. In fact, I think they're enjoying it.
Oh, my gosh.
Seems to me that they are actually enjoying it.
They just announced a new program. I was trying to find it. I think it's called the Black Project, and it's all about investing in minority businesses. Launched the Black Project, black-owned mutual fund securities. They've already got like $200 million easy started for it. But the project, Project Black.
You really
Project Black.
You really got it wrong.
I know.
You called it the Black Project at first. That's embarrassing.
I apologize.
Jeffy, that's embarrassing.
But
so you called it the Black Project, and instead it's the Project Black?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Hey, get out, man. I'm tired of this stuff.
We should just get him out of here.
I mean, you didn't even know the difference between Papua New Guinea and Papua Guinea and Guinea and Old Guinea. I mean, who
dumbass.
are you?
What a dumbass. Why do we put up with it? Why?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to let you know about the racial wealth gap, but never mind.
And you failed. You failed.
Thank you, though, for bringing that up. Like the social justice warrior, I know you truly are.
Thank you.
Truly.
All right. I'm gonna tell you about this for Texas Superfood for 60 seconds so we can all cool off a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
You know what the top 2 things people say they notice when they start using Texas Superfood?
I don't, Pat. Would you tell us?
1, they want to buy a cape because they've just become superfoodized, which makes them feel super good. So they get a cape and they think they're super people.
Because they're super foodized.
Actually, they just notice they have more energy and they get better sleep. And those 2 things just kind of go hand in hand. Yeah. But it gives you the power of nutritionally dense fruits and vegetables. I don't get any kind of vegetables. Some fruits, but rare. I mean, I'll have a banana once in a while or an apple maybe, but I never eat vegetables. Do you?
Oh!
Yeah, like crazy.
Stop embarrassing yourself asking me that question.
Well, if you're like Jeffy, maybe you don't need the Texas Superfood, but if you're like me, you do, and it will help. Texas Superfood is organic, vine-ripened, antioxidant-rich, raw, natural fruits and vegetables. The raw is important because that means that the nutrients haven't been burned out of them through some kind of cooking process. Each ingredient's been certified and selected to give you optimal nutritional intake. And with their grab-and-go packaging, you're able to guarantee that your Texas Superfood will be there when you need it. All the fruits and vegetables used are grown organically from locally sourced farms. Highest quality nutritional supplement available on the market. So please, just go to TexasSuperfood.com and check them out today. TexasSuperfood.com.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
We are finding some interesting things in nature right now. Did you read about this half male, half female cardinal?
Ooh, animal talk.
The bird.
Yeah, struggling to know the identity of what it is.
Yeah.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Was that the cardinal?
Bird?
Yeah. That was the cardinal.
The cardinal's pissed already. Wow.
I thought it was struggling to find out what it was, but apparently not.
It knows what it is. Okay.
Again, I thought we were going to calm down, but I apologize.
No.
Okay?
So when you're out bird watching and
don't cross it.
Right. And
Don't
you're looking
freaking
through your
cross.
binoculars and you're like, is that half male, half female cardinal? And then you hear the little songbird sing.
Yeah.
And you hear
it says,
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
then you know.
Birdwatcher attacked by cardinal.
now normally you would expect
Right. That's pleasant.
something like that.
Not from that.
Not from this cardinal.
No,
you
no
hear
way.
this
Excuse
instead.
me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Even though half of it looks female.
It doesn't matter.
I mean male. It's half
doesn't
male and
matter.
half female.
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. I thought it was struggling, but no.
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 It knows who it is.
Awesome. That's great.
That is great.
I think we said our piece with that. I think we did.
You know, I don't want the cardinal coming in here and attacking us.
No, you don't want none of that.
You don't want none of that, man.
Woo! I think the blue jay, the flying bruise that you were referring to a few weeks ago.
No, that cardinal killed him.
I'm saying, I think it met its match.
Yeah, the cardinal killed him.
Definitely. So we've got a really cool public service thing here to share with you.
Sounds
this was
serious.
sent to us by
I'm sorry. Helen Keller didn't write on your piece of paper.
Founding Fathers Rock. Okay.
Okay.
Are things going to be normal at some point? I'm not talking COVID-19. No. So there's a flyer here
Okay.
that shows you the new normal. a flyer that says, "Just when you think the left can't get any more stupid."
Okay, so
I kind of resent that.
No, that's the tweet. So that's the tweet setting up this
tweet.
Setting up this silly flyer that's making.
And here's the flyer. Encourage. Do we have the picture of it?
It's a guy. It's a cartoon guy visiting the restroom.
So we don't have. Yes, we do. I thought we did.
Good.
Encourage men to pee sitting down to be more inclusive of trans men.
Never.
I didn't realize that I was being so inclusive, but
yeah, is that you've been doing that
Did
already?
you sit to pee?
I mean, who doesn't sit on the toilet?
Okay, no, answer the question. Do
That's
you
just
sit to pee?
To wee wee though.
To pee,
We're
man.
talking
Or
about
wee
the wee wee.
urinate. You sit
From
to do
time
that.
to time?
Okay.
Why not?
Good,
I don't have a urinal in my home. I wish I did. The next time I'm able to actually, I don't know. If I could ever remodel a home, let's say,
Right.
I would put in a urinal.
Well, there you go. Jeffy's already there.
I mean,
so
actually,
this is perfect for
when
you.
I worked in Omaha at a radio station there, you know how they have several radio stations in-house. The guy on the morning show says that he literally sits to pee, almost in solidarity with his wife. But he's like, I just don't want to fool with putting the seat down, the lid down, all that stuff, whatever.
Guys are messy, let's be honest.
Okay, then no, that is weird, man.
Yes.
That's weird. To sit to pee and you're a dude? Jeffy, don't play this.
Stop it.
Don't play. Okay.
First of all,
He's going to take.
First of all, there's nothing more natural than sitting down. Okay.
I gotta rest. Oh, that's the thing. We just figured it out. He can't stand there for
My
10
legs
10
can't
seconds.
support the big fat frame that are on
30
top
seconds.
of them.
What do you want from me? 30 seconds of standing here?
Look, when you're 4.5 bills, you're 450 pounds.
We figured it out.
You need to sit as often as possible.
We figured it out.
Okay.
And your toilet the whole time is
You got
screaming,
me.
stand!
You got me.
Stand!
Man,
We got you.
you figued it out. Yeah.
So
you
there's
figured
literally
it
a
out.
campaign to encourage men to sit. Like, how are they going to know you're sitting? How is that solidarity? That's creepy. It's
Well,
weird.
because you're gonna leave the stall door open to show them. Look, this is for
Hello.
you, man.
We're there.
Hey, dude, man, this is for you.
Watch this.
All right. What a world.
We are in hell.
What else could you say? What a world.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
All right, we got to get right to work here because Corby got us started a second and a half late this hour.
Seriously, dude. Come on.
Bastard. I mean, how tough is it, right? How tough is it to start exactly at the top of the hour? How tough?
Well, apparently.
Apparently, it's very difficult.
Okay. Well, we'll get that second and a half back.
Right? And we're wasting time right now talking about the second we lost.
Okay, we don't mention that.
Second
part.
and a half.
Got some tweets here. Susan tweets, the farm situation sounds like what South Africa did to white farmers and ranchers.
That did cross my mind. That's like
Oh
the
my.
early stages of it right now.
Really good point.
Yep.
Turned that country right around.
Didn't it, though? Yeah. When you get people who don't understand farming to go farm, you can bet you're on your way.
Right.
Like when a leader gives all the farming jobs, the good ones.
We've heard that happened before in other countries.
we
Not
have
not
heard
only
that.
South Africa.
Because if you don't know how to farm and the guy appoints you a farm to take care of, usually that goes really well.
Yeah.
Really well. Because you're bringing a fresh perspective to the farm.
That's what Guinea did as well, right?
The perspective
Yes.
of, I'm not doing that.
Right. From Relentless Daring, I didn't know that Cardinal shopped at GameStop.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
You don't mess with that cardinal.
That's
man.
the half male, half female Cardinal.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Hacked off, though, wants to be referred to as man.
Right, we got it now.
Attack Yuki tweets, I pee in the yard in solidarity with my guys. The neighbors stopped talking to me 6 months ago. Okay? From Spunker1300R, guys, you have audio proof that Jeffy stands to pee. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, dude. Hey, do you know the movie?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
what? Andrew Wilkow's here, by the way, with us. Hi, Andrew. Pat and Stu. With.
There it is.
Did we just hear Jeffy going to the bathroom? I know my mic is on. You turn his off. He's like the Naked Gun in real life.
See, I could deny that it
Naked
was
Gun
me.
in real life. Remember the
You
Naked
could.
Gun in
I'm not even
one of
on
those
screen.
movies
You could.
where they.
That was a good time.
They're going, oh,
was.
yeah.
Good times. Yeah, good
In
times.
fact, stop the video right now.
Yep, there's some proof positive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeffy, that could have been
there.
much worse for you.
Yeah. Hey, did you notice that Hunter Biden continues to amaze, the surviving son of our president, Joe Biden? Not only did he sleep with his brother's widow,
right,
but he slept with his brother's widow's sister, too.
Right.
Yeah, and?
First of all,
keep going.
And?
Who among us haven't slept with their dead brother's wife?
I'm really trying to get an interview with him for his new book, man. I want to talk to him.
Are you?
Oh, man. I want to talk to Hunter bad. Because the book should have been titled I'm Not Bo. And I want to ask him why it
that'd
wasn't.
be great. Yeah, that would have been a great title. Instead, it's, what is it? It's like, I don't know. It sounds wholesome.
What the name of it is. Yeah,
it sounds positively wholesome.
It's because that's what they're trying to sell, right?
It's incredible what what this guy has done.
Here's this tweet here, okay?
Uh-huh.
I thought you were going down this road. Did you have more to say about Hunter Biden? Because this tweet says it all.
All right.
Let me get this straight. Hunter Biden started having sex with his dead brother's wife.
Yes.
Becoming an uncle daddy to his nieces and nephews. Then he started cheating on his dead brother's wife with her sister.
Yes.
While impregnating strippers, and then he married another lady 6 days after meeting her. That
sounds right.
That's the whole ball of wax.
Well, except for the crack.
And the crack.
There's the crack.
And the China.
Well, and the China and the Ukraine.
And then, that's...
But other than that...
That's a tidy little story.
Totally a class act.
More than the crack.
Total class act.
There was a lot more drugs than the crack.
What else was he doing?
Crack was just a kick. He was doing a little toot nose candy.
Was he?
Yeah.
Coke, toot, nose candy?
Yeah.
So it's a heartwarming tale.
It is heartwarming.
And I do wonder where the stripper, where the grandchild is. Do they ever visit the White House and get to see Granddaddy?
No.
That's sad.
No.
Joe Biden shouldn't turn his back.
They
on
made
his
the deal.
grandchild.
They made the deal before the presidency. She got paid off. Zip it. Go away.
And nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Again, had this been Trump,
oh my gosh,
or Don Jr., can you imagine?
And
how this would be covered every minute of every day.
And of course, nobody cares, and nobody on the left was going to care yesterday. But what better way to make sure nobody cares whatsoever than to lob a few missiles into a Middle Eastern country as well?
Right. Well, that's right. But are you insinuating that was just a diversionary tactic on the part of the President of the United States?
I am.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with you insinuating that because they don't have a problem insinuating anything.
No, they do not.
In fact, not just insinuating, they come right out and say it all the time. So I'm done worried about what they think of this. But it's incredible, the stuff that we find out about this guy. Wow, no wonder Joe never talks about him. No wonder.
Well,
he continues to focus on Bo.
I know, but the same with Ashley, right? She's got a bunch of problems too, and
is she on drugs too?
She was.
Yeah.
And they found part of her diary, and she talked about all her struggles and stuff. But she's not Bo either.
I found her diary underneath a tree, and at one point I started reading about me.
Mm-hmm.
And
then what happened? No, I want to hear the rest of the story.
Nah, I don't want to get into it.
You don't want to get into it?
It's too personal.
But you found her diary
it's
underneath
too personal?
the tree.
Her diary for you was too personal.
personal.
Yeah, okay. So be sure that's.
I probably shouldn't have started to read, but I did.
You did.
I mean, the words she wrote took me by surprise. You'd never read them in her eyes.
No, you wouldn't.
But
no, you wouldn't.
But that's a whole other story. We'll get into that some other day.
Oh wow!
But I mean, he's always been not Bo.
Yes.
So I mean, look. Am I making excuses for him? Yes.
Yes, you are.
And I love him for his life. I love him
because you could relate to him.
He's got a good life. I can, minus the bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No
I
kidding.
can.
Yeah.
I wish I could relate to that.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
He's got about $10 million in the bank from the Chinese deal alone.
Gotta be. I mean, yeah, at least.
Sweet.
Yes.
Pretty sweet.
Yes.
It's ill-gotten booty, though. That's for sure.
Oh, man.
Ill-gotten booty.
Stop it, then. I don't want it.
First of all.
No such thing.
No. Don't give that to me.
All right. What is the deal with all these singing videos now that are popping up from these left-wing girls?
It's insane.
Got to be TikTok, right?
Here's
got to be TikTok.
Here's
Reels.
a teacher. Is this TikTok stuff?
Okay, so this is going to be...
This is the teacher singing a new song.
Okay.
Teaching people how to sing it, I guess.
Oh, great.
Is that what she's doing?
Yeah.
Check this out.
Okay.
Or don't.
No, that's not it. What are we doing?
No.
That's not, definitely not.
Now we got the teacher who has a new song for
While they're
everybody
looking
to
for
sing.
that,
Why,
okay.
yes, you are
Yeah.
racist, even
No, it's not
if you
that either.
think you're woke.
Oh, this is for Twitter.
We all benefit from oppression. Pretending you're not racist only makes racism grow.
Okay, that's the other.
Okay, well, she's
the
crazy
hell?
too. I mean, they're all really. You just throw a darts, and you're gonna hit one of these crazy videos. And
Freaking crazy. Look, I mean,
if you're white, you're racist. I mean, that was her.
that's not
her thing.
catchy. It's not good. She's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the point of that?
I mean, you can pretty much stop at just stupid.
Stupid,
Yeah.
definitely stupid.
And play it one more time. See if you can get the gist of what she's saying.
It's
here.
an important message here.
If you're white, yes, you are racist, even if you think you're woke. We all benefit from oppression. Pretending you're not racist only makes racism grow.
It doesn't even.
She's just
what
telling
are
us she's better than you because she believes
She's white.
She
so
knows she's
why am
white
I-
but racist.
Why am I
Yeah.
listening to her? She's obviously racist because she's white. That was her song. That
Yeah,
was the
but-
opening line.
Yeah, but
She's opening
she
all her
already
eyes.
knows it.
But even if you're woke, she said, you're still racist.
Yes.
So the clip you were referring to was the teacher. That's going to be clip number 4.
If you don't believe that there's white privilege, please don't teach. If you don't believe that Black Lives Matter, please don't teach. If you don't believe in systemic racism and how it negatively impacts our students of color and don't want to help dismantle those systems, please don't teach.
Oh my gosh.
If you're a buffoon like that, please don't teach.
Please don't sing.
Don't sing.
Please don't make videos.
teach. Right. We don't want to see you. We don't want to look at you.
That is tough to watch.
If you believe all that stuff, then you should be teaching in Cuba or in Russia or in communist China.
Get out.
Yeah, this is not the place for you.
You know who's having some educational issues? Venezuela.
Right. You could go down there.
Down there.
I think
yeah.
they desperately need teachers in
Yes.
Venezuela.
Do you not care about the Venezuelan children, lady?
Wow, jeez.
Why don't you get down there?
All right. If that doesn't scream
Wow.
homeschool to you,
No.
I don't know
Kidding.
what does. I mean, listen to that attitude. Listen to that attitude.
Isn't it fun?
Your kids don't have a chance if that's what they're getting at school because we set these people up as the authorities.
Yeah.
These are the people you must listen to. You do what they say, you believe what they're teaching, and you march in line with them.
Now,
well,
was
then you got this going on.
Was that part of a class? I mean,
No, that looked like her spare time. I don't know. Let's see it again. She is in a classroom, it looks like.
If you don't believe that there's white privilege, please don't teach.
this is
If
her
you don't
TikTok
believe
video.
So she's obviously
Black Lives
teaching
Matter,
white
please don't
kids
teach.
Yeah.
all of this stuff.
If you don't believe in systemic racism and how it negatively impacts our students of color and don't want to help dismantle those systems, please don't teach.
Pat.
Plus,
at
that
that
doesn't
look
really
on her
work.
face.
What is it with liberal songs trying to cram way too many words into each line? I mean, that kind of felt like that Elizabeth Warren song
Yeah.
for a second there,
You know, this is why liberal radio didn't work, because they don't know how to do entertainment and comedy. They can't do it like that. I mean, you don't know
Well,
what
you
you're
got
doing
Colbert.
Well,
And you
yeah,
got Seth
that's
Meyers.
Right. That's right.
And you-
Oh, that
just
Trevor
a-
Noah guy.
Trevor Noah.
Trevor
Those three
Noah.
right there.
What an
Good
impact he's made, huh?
Good stuff.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Wow. Frightening. That's just really frightening. So you've got probably a classroom with a bunch of white kids in it. You would think at least 73% of your class is going to be white. And so that's what you're teaching them. Like, you have white privilege, and you are this because you're white. Well, that, by definition, is racism. And that's what you're filling our kids' heads with? No, I'm sorry. This is a really good opportunity to split with the public school system.
Yeah, and
homeschool.
And how many of these teachers' unions don't even want to go back to teach your kids?
Yeah.
I mean, they
lot
are
of
fighting tooth and nail.
A lot of them.
Good.
And in response to all of these events, everything you see every day of the week, we want you to be able to understand what's going on, to see what's going on, to help take a stand against it. That's why Blaze Media is offering a $30 discount on annual subscriptions for just, today's the last day.
Wait, what?
Today's the last day to get $30 off your annual subscription at blazetv.com/Pat. I mean, it's more important than ever that our content be heard and seen, and your voice to be heard and seen, and for you to show your support for all of this content, because if you don't, it's not going to be here anymore. So go to blazetv.com/Pat and get $30 off right now. It brings the price down to $69, not a month, a year.
Which works out to be
18 cents a day.
Thank you.
Which is pretty darn good as far as I'm concerned. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Corby, normally really competent, really good. He has made 2 mistakes today.
Can we do this after the show?
Wow.
Let's not do this on the air right now.
You know what? He won't remember. He won't remember.
Right. It's like a dog. You
have
to slap him right then so you know what. So he knows what you're talking about.
I tell you what, rub his nose in it. What did he do? Tell us.
He came back late.
Okay, there was this. We were a second and a half late at the top, and then he just didn't turn up the music for about another half second. That's 2 seconds of time we won't get back.
You know what? Pack
That's
your
2
things
seconds
up.
of entertainment the audience won't get.
Right.
How dare you? I mean,
we're already trying to jam 15 minutes worth of entertainment into a 2-hour show, and then he makes it that much tougher.
How are you going to make this up to the audience, Corby?
Now it's 14 minutes and 58 seconds.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't do it like this. I can't perform under these
now look, you've upset the talent. You see what you've done? Pat, can you please just do the whole show, finish it out, and then we'll address this after the program.
All right. We got some tweets here. Constitutional Stoner tweets. I just turned on the show. Did a cardinal just square up on Pat? Kind of.
Yeah,
squared up on everyone.
Did we ever show the photo of the cardinal?
Look at this.
Look at the half
dude, half chick.
Cardinal. Yeah. But the Cardinal's got some attitude.
Yeah.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Seriously, that Cardinal never has to leave the house, right, Jeffy?
No, think about it.
The Cardinal
Seriously.
knows what she is.
Right.
She's a ma'am. Okay. Don't you dare call her a dude or a sir.
But it's...
Yeah, but she identifies as female.
And we know that because...
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
She just said.
It is ma'am.
So what I learned out of this is it's a cardinal who plays video games.
Yes, at GameStop. Right. From Just to Muck and Fetch, ill-gotten booty, Jeffy site.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
.com.
Tampa Ken. So, Jeffy, should cocaine be legal between the hours of 6 and 9 a.m. so we can wake up?
Yes. I think you should
as well
add
as
another
the rest
21
of the day.
hours to that as well.
What a surprise.
If anyone's interested, illgottenbooty.com is available.
No. From Data Warning, that's a
Isn't that?
Yeah.
Should I go buy it?
obvious name
Yes,
that
that
should
is.
be used,
Yeah,
right?
it definitely is.
Uh-oh.
Data Warning tweets, going to add something to my coffee after the teachers sing along. I'm going to say something controversial. That was worse than the Beto guitar abomination. No, I think you might be right.
I
think you might be right.
I think so too.
Yeah. Magic Missy, why do people who had great childhoods want to rob the current generation of kids from being kids? They're robbing them of their time of purity and innocence. Yes, sir.
Well, because they're racist.
Right.
They're racist and they have white privilege. Period.
Yeah. Okay.
Figure it out, little brat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some of them are saddled with toxic masculinity as well. So there's all kinds of problems going on.
Lots happening there.
Speaking of young people, did you see the study? I don't have it in front of me. Dang it.
What's
about how many identify as trans?
Yes, the numbers are going. The numbers are going up.
And lesbian. Oh, they're going up a lot.
Yeah, it was a big number.
Now, so if you're born that way, why have the numbers gone up so dramatically?
A lot of people being born. Must be what it is.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's an interesting.
Isn't it?
Maybe it's the thing to do.
Question.
Isn't it?
Maybe it's just in style, Pat.
Yeah. Well, no, it can't be just in style
Because
you're
you're born with it.
Keith.
I was born that way. Gaga said it the best.
Mm-hmm. Born that way.
I love that song.
Maybe
It's an awesome song by Gaga. You see where she got her dogs ripped off?
Yeah,
the dog watcher got
worse than
attacked.
that. The dog watcher didn't get attacked. He was shot 4 times in the chest.
Terrible, dude.
Seriously?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I didn't realize he was shot 4
that's how they
times.
got him.
Shot in the chest 4 times. He's in grave condition.
Holy cow!
It's amazing he survived. But
no kidding.
In the article, this just shows you where we are. In the article I read about the dog walker, he was walking 3 of her dogs.
Right.
Approached by 2 men who shot him in the chest 4 times and stole 2 of the dogs. One of the dogs escaped. So the gist of the article was on how that 3rd dog is doing. Showed pictures of the 3rd
nothing
dog.
about the dog
how
watcher.
Gaga takes care of it. All of that, on and on.
That's
and
all
on
I
and
saw.
on. And almost nothing about the dog
That's
walker.
right. That's all I saw. She offered $500,000 reward.
Yeah.
I
No questions asked.
I never said anything about. I read anything about him being shot 4 times.
You imagine your dog walker gets shot in the chest 4 times, and then you offer $500,000, which would be pretty enticing to the people who stole the dogs, right?
In fact, I have those dogs.
Is that right?
Right now, yes.
Oh, wow.
And she says, I will ask no questions when you give them back to me. So you're not even going to try
what about
to get
your
the
dog watch?
Right. What about the dog walker?
Yeah, and if you do
No
have,
justice.
have the dogs, Jeffy, you're encouraged to email Lady Gaga at
Okay, cool.
Koji and Gustav at gmail.com.
Nice. I'm going to need the cash before I hand over the dogs.
I
but
see. Well, you
hope
can
they don't run
exchange
away.
information there.
Hope they don't run away by the time I get the cash. That's embarrassing.
It's horrific.
That's embarrassing.
It is.
I mean, I'm angry that I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, and you didn't know
the
that
way they've
because
treated it?
Exactly. That's why you didn't know that, because they have been making the dogs the priority,
Right.
as opposed to the
Not the
man
human.
shot 4 times in the chest.
The guy's fighting for his life right now. And we're worried about
And
Miss
no
Asia,
questions.
the dog.
No questions to return the dogs.
Wait,
Right.
why isn't Miss Asia's name in this Gmail address she set up? Does she not love Miss Asia as much as Koji and Gustav?
Well, Koji and Gustav were the ones who were stolen.
Oh.
Miss Asia sneaked away.
Oh, is that right? Miss
Yeah.
Asia's okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
Oh, I'm so invested
fine.
in that story. Thank you.
Police found her later and returned.
Oh, I didn't
Miss
realize
Asia.
that.
Yeah, so
You said the dog got away.
yeah, I did.
Well, I was doing research. I'm sorry I missed that moment of the show.
Okay. All right, so that's where we are right now.
Boy, no kidding.
We're also in this place where Oreo Cookie tweeted out. Oreo Cookie
Yeah, just an Oreo cookie account on Twitter.
tweets out, trans people exist.
What in the hell?
Okay.
Who has this password to that
And
account?
I mean, they eat Oreos too. What's your problem?
why would you? What is the point of that? Yeah, I'm just going to type something politically correct into Twitter and just post it.
Got to post something. Keep the account alive.
Then tweet out mega stuff is the greatest gift to humanity. Mega stuff Oreos. Don't tweet out trans people are real.
Yeah, we know that. Okay, we don't think they're like Helen Keller. We know Helen Keller's not real, but we do know trans people are. If you're trying to tell us that a blind person who's deaf wrote 12 books, we know that's a lie.
And flew a plane.
So we know for a fact now that Helen Keller is
She's not real.
It's not real at all.
Yeah,
dude.
she never happened.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Flew a plane
love
for
that.
20 minutes.
I love that.
I don't think so.
What are you, some dupe that just believes TV shows? The miracle worker that's real because you saw it on TV?
I am not.
Okay.
I am not.
I hope not. I thought you were a little
I'm
more
happy
mature than that.
I'm happy that people finally came around to the fraud
Right?
that's been
Finally.
thrust upon us.
Boy.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, when the show started 24 hours ago, Pat and I believed the myth that Helen Keller was real.
Fortunately, we've been.
But Gen Z has put us in our
Informed.
place because, boy,
Right.
we looked the
I
fool
just
for
wanted
a
to
while.
say Helen Keller's
Right?
not real, and I don't care who you are, but she's not real.
You don't care who I am?
Like, she wrote books? No, she didn't. She's blind and deaf. Also, TikTok, you need to make a front flash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Front flash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they also need
People
to make a
have-
front flash.
People have been educating me on a front flash. by
What
the
is
way.
that?
So that is like when you take a picture
Lighting.
on your phone.
Right.
and then you have a front flash. So when I take
So
this
you take the picture of a
Mm-hmm.
selfie, you have the flash.
Say hi, everybody. Cheese.
Hi.
There's the front flash. You see how it flashed?
So what?
So my phone lit up.
Okay.
And so, come on, TikTok, where's your front flash?
Yeah.
I mean, the things we stress about in this country are...
Wow.
Well, I mean, that was just an aside.
And look, she's crying about it.
That was an aside.
Why does that mean so much to you, Puddin'?
Because Helen Keller's a fraud.
Right? I mean, we got to rewrite history books now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, we are. Believe me.
Here we are.
We are. And welcome to it. 888-900-3393. Most important thing we could tell you today is...
And for God's sake, God's sake, wear a mask.
Okay. Right? Wear a mask.
Yeah, dude.
Number one.
And then, he's setting the example for Americans in America and the world.
Oh, good.
And right after saying, for God's sake, wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask. He walks off.
Bro.
Not wearing a mask.
Bro.
Dude.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you.
How great is this? Talking to people, no mask, completely naked face. Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, Kamala. Thank
There
you.
you go.
Oh, where's that?
God's sake.
Wear a mask. Wear a
Putting his
mask.
mask back on as he wraps up comments there. You heard, I'm pretty sure that was Peter Doocy calling out.
That's great. That is
Seriously.
absolutely
I mean, that's
amazing.
because it's not second nature to them because they don't wear it.
Same thing happened to Angela Merkel
Right,
the other day.
exactly.
Same thing.
I mean, because like if you go to a store right now, 99% of the public, it's like your routine now, is it not? That you grab your mask to go into the store?
Mm-hmm.
These people, these elites, they're not wearing them, people.
I know. It's amazing. It's really...
Yes, it is.
And if people just did wear a mask, it's 100% protection.
For God's sake,
You don't have to wear... You know what you could do? You could walk through a leper colony and you could kiss every person in it. As long as you have the mask on and you wouldn't get leprosy.
Really?
Yeah. You could go to... where is it they're having the Ebola outbreak right now in West Africa?
Old Guinea?
Guinea and DRC.
You could bathe in DRC water.
Wow.
After an Ebola victim had just bathed there.
Uh-huh.
But if you're wearing a mask, you're not
fine.
getting anything. You're not getting anything. You're fine. You're perfectly fine.
So wait, so you take off all your clothing
Yes.
except for the mask.
Right. And
Doesn't matter.
bathe in it.
Yeah.
You could bathe in the actual Ebola virus and you wouldn't catch it.
Wow, Jeffy, if
Yeah.
you only knew this years and years and years ago.
If you're out walking Gaga's dog and you've got a mask on and somebody shoots you 4 times, it bounces off of you.
Really?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, the bullets bounce off of you.
What?
The mask
Awesome.
protects you. For goodness sake, wear the mask.
Wear the
please.
mask.
Please.
That's not what he said.
I know. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We want to thank the rowdy introvert.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, because
thank you.
David Hogg
our,
is starting a pillow company. And so,
That's great.
a rowdy introvert, Pathead, he made a prototype as to what it might look like, and he put David Hogg's face on a boss
hog.
You put it as
outfit.
Pico train as well. I mean, look at that.
That's great. Nicely done.
This is really
A
good.
throwback to that racist television program.
Oh, right. Thank you.
True. Okay, I'm
Where
sorry.
they actually featured a Confederate flag.
Yeah,
I know.
no more laughing about this.
No.
This is serious stuff.
No.
We, as oversight, I apologize for bringing that to the program.
Right.
My goodness.
A lot of people have been excited to find out what the genital mutilation situation was. And we're happy to be able to show
Okay,
you.
good.
Here's
Good.
Rand Paul talking to our new trans nominee, Rachel Levine, about kids maybe being, able to decide whether or not they needed a sex
She wants
change
to be
operation.
the new Secretary of Health, right?
Yeah. Deputy Secretary, I think.
Secretary of Health. Yeah, not the first
So,
one.
Here's that exchange.
Senator Paul. Here we go.
Genital mutilation has been nearly universally condemned. Genital mutilation has been condemned by the WHO, the United Nations Children's Fund, the United Nations Population Fund. According to the WHO, genital mutilation is recognized internationally as a violation of human rights. Genital mutilation is considered particularly egregious because, as the WHO notes, it is nearly always carried out on minors and is a violation of the rights of children. Most genital mutilation is not typically performed by force, but as WHO notes that by social convention, social norm, the social pressure to conform, to do what others do and have been doing, as well as the need to be accepted socially and the fear of being rejected by the community. American culture is now normalizing the idea that minors can be given hormones to prevent their biological development of their secondary sexual characteristics. Dr. Levine, you have supported both allowing minors to be given hormone blockers to prevent them from going through puberty, as well as surgical destruction of a minor's genitalia. Like surgical mutilation, hormonal interruption of puberty can permanently alter and prevent secondary sexual characteristics. The American College of Pediatricians reports that 80 to 95% of prepubertal children with gender dysphoria will experience resolution by late adolescence if not exposed to medical intervention and social affirmation. Dr. Levine, do you believe that minors are capable of making such a life-changing decision as changing one's sex?
Well, Senator, thank you for your interest in this question. Transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field.
Oh, you have any info on that, Doctor?
Right. It's perplexed. It's complex and nuanced. You know, it's very nuanced.
What do you mean?
That field.
Oh, and then she.
I mean, it's complex.
And she goes on to say that I'll meet with you in your office.
Whoa!
And then he asked again. I want to ask you again since you didn't answer the question.
Should a 3-year-old be allowed to make their own decision on what gender they're going to be? She can't.
She answers it the same way.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
She can't even discount a 3-year-old from making that decision. Are Americans really this extreme that we look at that and we say, "Oh, well, she did the right thing there. Yeah, she should be confirmed."
Well, she should be confirmed just because most beautiful woman in the world.
Well, there you go.
I mean, that's probably why you would confirm her.
Yes.
I hadn't even noticed.
You hadn't even noticed.
I don't even look at anything like that.
Good, because I saw her first.
I don't even look like that.
Incredible.
Just amazing.
That's incredible.
And she'll be confirmed.
Oh, she will.
She'll be confirmed.
Yeah,
I mean, Rand Paul was the one that told us, I think, on this network that no matter, we ask them tough questions and stuff, but they get nominated.
But really, when the president nominates,
them.
it's constitutional to just pass them through.
We just put them through.
Which is not accurate.
How about no?
Right.
How about no? I mean, this is the time to be using that line.
Right.
How about no?
A year ago, you couldn't have imagined this. 5 years ago, I mean, you wouldn't believe. If you were told now, hey, you know what we'll be discussing at Senate hearings, the confirmation hearings?
What's that?
Genital mutilation.
Genital mutilation.
And whether or not a 3-year-old should be able to change genders.
And who's this nominee, this hypothetical nominee that we'll be talking about genital mutilation?
It's a trans doctor. She used to be a man, is now a woman.
Oh, yeah.
Named Rachel Levine. Yeah. And what a beautiful woman she has become.
And I'll thank you to not objectify her.
Yeah, thank you. Why do you keep saying that?
I apologize, but it's hard not to notice. There she is.
That is
a perfect example right there. There's the proof. Right there.
She's a flower.
That's not. If flower is right, it's not bad. It's whatever.
It's whatever.
Dr. Flower.
Thank you, Jeffy. First of all, who among us?
I didn't say that, but that's a good point.
All right. Then we've got this guy or mother. I'm sorry, this mother who has gone viral now for teaching her daughters that virginity doesn't exist.
It's weird.
I'm going to get a lot of for this, but what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
I got chili on my boobs. Ignore me.
Chili
I'm raising my 5 daughters to believe that there is no such thing as virginity.
Oh.
It is a patriarchal concept used to control women and serves no purpose other than making women feel bad about ourselves. Just because some guy randomly sticks his penis in you at some point in your life does not change your worth. It does not change who you are. It doesn't do anything other than it happened. Sex is important. It's a big deal. It should always be a big deal. It has no.
Well, you just said it wasn't.
Your first time and oh, it's just ridiculous. The whole concept's ridiculous. And I get a lot of crap from other moms saying, "Oh, well, does you think that'll make your daughters promiscuous? Don't you think that?" I was like, no, I'm raising them to be good people and have solid foundations and like make their own choices and make smart, intelligent choices, not because some book says not to.
Yeah.
Anybody ever heard of a scripture in Isaiah? I believe it's chapter 20, verse 5.
There we go.
This Bible hour? Okay.
Yes.
What are we
Yes.
gonna go in there?
I don't want to misquote it, so I'm going to look it up.
Well, while you look that up, I mean, she absolutely contradicted herself.
She did.
She says, not a big
Yes, she
deal.
did.
It is a big. What is it, man? Come on.
She's raising good kids.
And she had chili on her boob. I don't want to discount that either. So it's a weird start. That's where you hit stop and start over. Like change your shirt and then redo your little TikTok.
Whatever. Don't
And look
judge me.
she's just trying to stir. She's just trying to stir things up.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly, there's no reason for her to make this sudden announcement. Hey, by the way, I'm teaching my children to be promiscuous. Oh, okay. Well, did we need to know that? Why do we care about that? It's bizarre. It's bizarre. And let me just read you Isaiah 5:20.
Please.
Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. What did she just do? She just told us that there's nothing wrong with that virginity doesn't even exist.
Whoa.
And that it doesn't matter what you're doing sexually. Well, maybe if you're an atheist, it doesn't. But if you believe in God, you know it does. You know it matters greatly. And it's as serious to the Lord almost as murder is. It's akin to that.
And she's releasing 5 young women into the world.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Right? Jeffy, you're quiet over there. You got
Bunch
any
of
thoughts?
adolescent boys thinking, yeah, I need to meet these girls right now.
Jeffy,
right?
any thoughts?
They're not all adolescents. Thank you.
Why did I even?
Why do we invite him on the show?
I don't know, man.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I mean, I think we're gonna have to make some changes Wednesday and Thursday, Wednesday and Friday.
I don't even know what they look like.
Okay.
Or how old they are.
You're right.
Yeah.
First of all, they're not all adolescents.
First of all, sex is an artificial construct.
That's right. I don't know. What am I resisting? I don't know. Maybe.
Patriarchy.
Oh, man. All right.
So bad.
Also, there's
the internet. I'm sorry, but the internet has what brought this on, right? I mean, I love the internet. I truly do, but
should we unplug
really,
the internet?
Social media and those apps are because people feel the need now that they have to share
to fill
everything.
time with this.
Yeah, they have to share everything.
Honestly, honest question: should we unplug the internet?
No.
Would our society be better?
No.
It sure would be inconvenient.
We should stop focusing so much on social media and stop worrying about it as much as we do. If people think that the outraged Twitter mob is reality, and it isn't.
No, it isn't.
It's not.
Right.
We're certainly treating it that way.
So,
I mean, that whole inner circle of round and round it goes. It certainly is.
It's a minute part of humanity.
Yes, it is.
And you must understand that. But that's why people cave in so much. Because they get 10 messages on Twitter and they're all pissed off at you. So what? Tell them to beat it. Who cares what Twitter thinks? Move on. But that's not how it's treated.
No, it's not.
And so if you get 10 bad tweets, it changes everything.
And any thinking of internet bullying, like, that old school thought of, I don't know, well, shut the computer off.
Yeah.
That's
right.
You
can't do that.
Nothing, man.
No. Right.
No.
I can't find this study, but
anyway,
it was such a minute portion of not only the population in general, but even the Twitter community that even talks politics. It is not a representation of.
And I didn't mean to get into that. I'm sorry. Just agonizing that's you asked why she feels the need to do that because it's there. And everybody else, everybody's doing their TikToks, everybody's doing their reels, everybody's sharing their tweets, and so you feel the need that you need to share what you think.
But you need to understand the perspective that it is just a small portion. It's like in music radio, I was music director at a few stations that I worked for. And people, you have to come up with a list of, your top 40 songs and all that kind of stuff and post it to some of the industry magazines and whatever. And one of the things that you learn early on is that the songs that are requested are not necessarily the most popular songs.
Right.
They're just the most active listeners you have continue to call, but that's less than 1% of the radio audience calls radio stations.
And that's why we're doing the all request lunch hour for you to call.
By the way, 13% of tweets from U.S. adults are about politics.
Uh-huh.
So only 13%. And really, only 6% of the Twitter community are prolific political tweeters. So you take all the people on Twitter, only 6% really just focus on politics.
Right.
And then of the total number of tweets, 87% are about things other than politics.
And then when you broaden that further, how many people are even on Twitter?
Right. So, your numbers even your numbers are really low.
It makes it minuscule.
Yeah.
By the way,
it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, but be sure to follow @PatUnleash on Twitter.
Well, I know, of course. I mean, it's part of our lives. But,
but
you go back to old
keep
school.
it in perspective.
Yeah, you do have to keep it in
not real
perspective.
life.
And remember, you talk about, we got 10 tweets, so we have to act. Well, the radio station has, 50,000 followers or how many ever followers. So, I mean,
and
that's
50
nothing.
of them call the radio station
And
out
then-
of 50,000.
And then, back in the old days, you'd get a letter from Joan. And, everybody would share the letter. See, I told you this is what listeners are thinking. No, that's
And this
just
is a lesson
Joan.
This is a lesson that the right needs to learn. Don't bend to the mob.
Thank you.
It's such a small... Ted Cruz, you need to learn this lesson.
Oh,
it's such a small fraction
man.
of the population that's giving you crap about going to Cancun. So stop worrying about it, man.
A little late.
Way late.
But it's true. 888-900-3393. This is a fascinating story, too, because a Michigan court, I love this, has just ruled that a tire rotation on somebody's car doesn't include tightening the lug nuts.
Say that one more time. I don't think I followed the story. I was a little bit confused.
Well, let me get
there.
into the article here.
Okay. That's...
when you get work done on your vehicle, you expect your car to be returned in better condition than when you left it.
Right, that's why you took it in, right?
Also, going to the shop for something as simple as a tire rotation, it's pretty normal. Shouldn't cause any problems,
Right.
you would think.
It's pretty cut and dry.
Well, back in 2013, a car dealership was sued regarding a tire rotation. A couple took their car into the dealership in Grand Rapids, Michigan. They were getting some routine maintenance done. Included in the maintenance was a tire rotation.
Sure.
After the service was complete, they drove off a little way down the road. The front left tire left the vehicle.
No.
It popped off the wheel and rolled down the
You
street.
didn't tighten the lug nuts?
Yeah, the mechanic admitted he forgot to tighten the lug nuts.
Oh, no.
Okay. The couple then sued for damages to their vehicle, which seems reasonable.
Sure does.
One of the points their attorney made was in reference to the Motor Vehicle Service and Repair Act. This law protects consumers. From it, turns out if you violate the act, though, you're responsible for the damages and the court fees.
Uh-oh.
The court originally found the dealership and the mechanic guilty.
Yeah, they found him guilty. I remember the original
Fined
story
him.
because everyone at the time was like, "Well, of course they're
Yeah,
going to
that makes
fine for
sense,
the
right?
people." Yeah, because it makes sense. But the attorneys actually for the dealership were pretty smart.
So apparently it's not implied that when they rotate the tires, they're going to put them back on.
Yeah, nowhere is it
securely.
listed.
It's not listed as
It's not
part
listed.
of the job completion.
It doesn't say anywhere that they're supposed to tighten the lug
you
nuts. Who
believe
would have
this?
thought that?
And they even say in the final notice about it, the court says that it's I forget what they called it, but I mean they even say
Stupid?
that it's implied, but it's not in
Of
there.
course it is.
This is madness.
The jury made the dealership cover the court fees, which totaled over $70,000, and they awarded the couple an additional $40,000.
Yeah.
So it's a $110,000 settlement. However, the dealership appealed the decision and stated that they did not violate the Motor Vehicle Service and Repair Act
because they used that Motor Vehicles Act, and that was kind of a screw up on those people's attorney.
What are you supposed to go back there and say, "Give me the air gun"? I just want to tighten my. They won't even let you back there. How do you possibly remedy this? This is insane. This is literal bullcrap. Mm-hmm. So literally now, the paperwork needs to say,
and it will.
We will rotate your tires and tighten your lug nuts.
Yeah, right. And then they will. Absolutely. If I'm a tire shop, I advertise that I do that now. You know what? I'll tighten your nuts for free
for $3.99 extra, $3.99 per tire.
You're talking about my lug nuts, right?
That's what I said.
Okay.
I mean, shorthand.
The court decided to take another look at the case and determined that rotating the tires did not include tightening the lug nuts. Okay, if we're this stupid now, it's over for
It
us.
is, come on.
It's just seriously, it's over.
Where are the aliens? I can't. I need that story. I got to take that to my mechanic, please. I want him to hang this up on his wall.
Just plain over, if that's where we are.
We are done.
Just plain
We're done.
Over.
That's a fun one, yeah.
Here's kind of a sort of related incident.
Is this real?
We'll see. Just check this out. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Leave me alone. Why do you keep following me? It's honestly so creepy, and I'm going to call the cops.
Man, no.
Because you guys aren't leaving me alone, and that's why women can't go out in the world by themselves, because of guys like you. What? Okay? So stop following me.
You have, I don't know if you have like a gas. You have a thing hanging out of your car.
What are you talking about?
There's literally a gas hose hanging out of your car. No one's being creeped. Oh, no, thank you. I guess. There's a thank you.
Wait, what is?
Oh, she's what? She's taking it with her. She doesn't have.
Okay.
Thank you to get all of it.
There's no way that's real.
The debate is whether or not this is real. Absolutely not.
No way.
Absolutely
No
not
way
real.
that's
She didn't
real.
close the gas cap. She's out of here.
I mean, this made the big rounds, and I was like, okay, I want to
That's
see
not
it.
real.
You don't believe in it?
No,
Not
I
real.
don't.
No.
way.
Why?
Couple things. She would have
It's a
seen
clear
it.
acting job, for one thing.
Yes, and she would have seen it when she got out of the car to go back and holler at the guys.
Right. Yeah. Well, she would have felt it, too, when you're pulling the
Right.
hose out of the gas pump. There might be some noise involved in that.
She was on the phone.
Also, some spraying of gasoline, perhaps. It's possible.
Maybe, it's possible.
Some of it may have leaked out afterwards.
I don't put anything past this world anymore. Who knows?
I don't either, but that's...
I mean, I don't know if her lug nuts were tight.
Right. You got to pay extra if you want your nuts tightened.
Right.
It's an extra cost.
Well, I mean, if you're rotating tires, it doesn't say anything about putting the lug nuts back on it.
So the moral of that story is when you go to the mechanic, you need to bring your own air gun.
Yeah.
Sorry,
just make
guys.
sure.
I gotta get back there and make sure.
Or it's going to end up, you are going to charge me extra to tighten my lug nuts, right?
$3.99 a tire. Yes, sir.
Amazing. Just incredible. What a world.
I mean, they pay to throw the tires away when you get new tires.
What?
I mean, it's the same world where we're more concerned about two dogs than
than
a
the
human
dog
getting shot
Walker,
4 times.
Yes, who's in very,
That's the
very
same world.
critical condition in the hospital, and we're worried about Gaga's dog, Miss Asia.
Right.
Incredible.
Jeffy,
I know.
You're gonna give Lady Gaga her dogs back today, correct? $500,000.
Once I receive the cash.
Okay.
All right. Have a great weekend. We will see you back here Monday, bright and early.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.